If I check out, I'll let you know.
Go out like LeBron in the lane, minute 48 for the tie. You just get it blocked. It happens. That's how you go out. Talk about leaving it all out there on the field of play. So afterward, an obviously dejected LeBron who gave it his all, gave it his best. And as Jay has pointed out, AD did not show up to the same extent as LeBron did. By the way, you guys see Austin Reeves, 21.3, 5.3 assists, 3.5 rebounds a game. Pretty good.
Hey, Max, Max, word up. Like I just said, word up.
Word up.
Word up, son.
Word up.
It just came out though. It just Max, has it ever just happened to you?
Like
though?
1980 rap.
All the time. I might have an 83 flashback and hit you with easy word up.
I said word up.
Because I got
hanging
angry,
around
Key.
Mixmaster Flash or something.
Yo, that's stupid def, Jay.
Yo, because Key, I mean, Max, I want to listen to the sound of LeBron, but I also, I could not be doing my job if I did not tell you that the end of the game, the last play that I saw Darvin Ham came out of timeout with was trash.
Right. Yeah.
It was horrible.
Horrible.
And we got to talk about it.
We'll get it. We'll get into it. But
We'll
now that you've teased it, we need to hear the breakdown. Here's LeBron. Listen to this closely. Here's LeBron on his future right after being swept in the conference finals.
We'll see what happens going forward. But I don't know. I got a lot to think about, to be honest. And just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, I got a lot to think about.
Does that sound like he is considering retirement to you guys?
No. Can you just tell these cats, like, when you are 38 years old, or anybody who's competitive in the game, and you just left everything on the floor, regardless of whether he had 9 points in the second half and people, lost steam, and you're looking for other teammates. Like, when you leave everything on the floor at this stage of his career, sometimes you just need a couple of days, man. It's hard to go right to that podium and then all of a sudden start talking about your future and just think, oh, I'm just going to go do it again. And I'm not saying LeBron is trying to give us cliffhangers like Tom Brady, but it's at the same time, man, he's pissed off that they just lost. He's angry.
Yeah, he's not thinking about next season or the season after. He's thinking about what just occurred in the game in the final moments. It's frustration. It's tired. It's I can't believe. It's, man, this is a lot on me. It's all of those things. And when you get those questions after a game, it's sometimes you don't have the answer immediately. Mm-hmm. Look, you're going to have to take some time, go on one of them big old giant yachts that he's always on in the summer, sit around with his boys, have a little sip of his tequila and a little wine, and smoke a cigar, giggle, get whatever off-season rehab, a little tune-up on his legs and whatever else, and then get ready to go. That's where he's at. That's where he's at.
What's up with the giggle? Why'd you throw the giggle in there?
Who threw a giggle in?
You said giggle. You said have a cigar.
Oh,
giggle.
Because that's
the giggle.
You're going to have fun. You're out enjoying yourself.
Just kick it.
Yeah, you kick it. You got a little giggle here.
Giggle in there. The
Yeah, you gonna
cigar,
have a
the
little
wine,
giggle.
the giggle.
Yeah, you got a little giggle and kick back and, eat up on some Branzinos and reflect on the season, talk to your agent and your buddies.
Some Branzinos. Listen to you today. Go ahead.
I mean, that's the reality of it. That's what's happening. I'm giving you the off-season program and what it's going to be, Jay. That's the off-season program. And I'm going to get up some shots here and there with my son once I'm healthy to go, and that's it.
Key, you have flipped a lot of phrases in your day, but eat up on some Branzinos is right now number one for me. Eat up on some Branzinos.
That's not it. Do your brain was number one.
Do your brain. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Do your brain is the king. That's number one. Eat up on some Branzinos might be the number one contender to the title, though, man. Listen, here's Rob Perez on social media. Here's what he said after that LeBron statement. He tweeted this out. 1, retire for a year. 2, watch Bronny play at USC. 3, recharge the body. 4, come back in 2024. 5, sign with whatever team drafts Bronny. Not a bad strategy. Is that something
Well,
like that possible?
he can't sign with any team because he's under contract. So that's out. Right? He can always watch his son play and still be a Laker. So that's in.
True.
Well, he has
Okay.
one more year than a player option.
Yeah, so he's not going to be able to sign with any team.
So if he retires, yeah, he's still under contract.
He's
for
under
the,
contract.
for the season he plays. Yeah.
So really, he's going to recharge his battery, like I said, chop up on some of them big old Branzinos with the head on it, fillet it up.
Oh.
Little,
you think
little
LeBron can take the
here.
bone out of the Branzino as fast as you?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, he's had enough Branzino.
Yeah, I'm doing and recharge his battery.
I mean, look, I think at the end of the day, you got to start thinking next moves. So, like I said earlier, I am taking calls on Anthony Davis. I'm not saying I'm pulling the trigger, but I am taking calls. I am hearing what people
But
offer.
see, you
from him out
sound
there.
emotional to me, Jay.
Why?
As
Because I'm
a
taking
general
calls.
manager in the front office exec right now, you sound emotional after a subpar game by Anthony Davis. Now all of a sudden you taking calls.
Guys, I want to slip this in, and then we can react to it on the other side. And people, speaking of taking calls, 888-SAY-ESPN, 729-3776 KJM. Dave McMenamin, our ESPN Lakers reporter, was on SportsCenter early this morning, 1 a.m. Eastern, on what LeBron James told him after the game. Listen to this.
I walked out of the arena with him and I asked him, what were you trying to leave for us in terms of a breadcrumb trail? What thread should we be trying to pull when it comes to you saying you have a lot to think about? And he said, whether I want to continue to play. And I said, as in next year? He said, yeah. I said, so you would walk away? And he said, that's what I got to think about. And certainly, those are some heavy words coming out of the mouth of the game's all-time leading scorer who just dropped 40 on the Denver Nuggets, played all but 4 seconds in Game 4. But certainly he's at a point, a crossroads of his career, and I've covered him for a while. I've never heard him speak like this before.
Is LeBron serious about retiring? Or was there a hidden message to the Lakers organization in what he said? 888-SAY-ESPN. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio.
The Denver Nuggets, who just became the oldest player to put up 40 in a postseason game, but the Lakers' season comes to an end after a sweep by the Nuggets.
Series against Boston like 3 times in 12 and then a couple others. I just wondered, was that something that you had decided before the game, and did, being on the court that much, trying to find your legs that much, did that symbolize anything just about what this run has been like for you?
No, I mean, for me, it's just, just a mindset, and training the mind, as you train the mind, the body to fall where it may and, take care of the rest. So, knowing coming into a game where I may have to play a full game, that's just my mindset. And, wasn't able to come through. Ultimately get the win. That was just my mindset going into tonight.
Dan?
LeBron, throughout the year, we've talked a bunch of times just about how long this season was. I think I've seen you yawn more than I've seen anybody yawn through the course of a season. But how did this group energize you as it got into the postseason and as you got a chance to get, one level away from the finals?
I think it energized me from the moment that I was out for those 4 weeks. And I was just seeing, the type of team that we had, the type of energy that we brought into the locker room, the type of energy we brought onto the floor. And I just couldn't wait to join these guys with action and get on the floor. And, and I knew how much I could make an impact with the group of guys. But it was always it was an exciting moment when we was able just to bring those guys into the locker room. We were just a better team right away. And it resulted in us getting to the Western Conference Finals.
Dave?
LeBron, the franchise goal, your goal personally, is championships in LA. This group got 8 wins away, which is close, but there's still, a way to go. How do you view moving on to next year, year 21 with the Lakers, and do you view contender status now, or there's upgrades to be made?
I haven't even thought about next year. I don't know.
If I could stick to this year, then. It was a 4-game series. Every game had winnable moments, and you guys certainly showed it. When you reflect on it, what were the the margins, the edges that Denver ultimately was successful with?
It's just I think me and AD were just talking in the locker room for a little bit. I think we came to the consensus that, if not one of the best, probably the best team that we've played since we've been together for our 4 years. They're just well orchestrated, well put together. They have scoring, they have shooting, they have playmaking, they have